Babe, I feel like we've been needing to have this talk a while now.
I'm here for you. You can tell me anything.
Us. We're clearly different people now.
This is out of nowhere. Did you bring me here to break up with me?
This is not out of nowhere. We're clearly going in different directions.
What different directions? I thought we could work through anything together. I'm in love with you.
And I love you too. I swear I do. That's how I know we need to go our own ways and find happiness.
You're not making any sense. I'm leaving.
We are in an exciting time of filmmaking right now for indie filmmakers, documentary filmmakers, wedding filmmakers, commercial filmmakers, because as I mentioned in a previous video, lighting companies are in a race to get things smaller, more powerful, more affordable, and Zhiyun is no different. What you just saw was a snippet from our short film, The Last Date. You can go check that video out here on my channel, but the reason that I included it is because that dinner conversation scene was lit with one light and one light only. That was the Zhiyun Molus X100. Full disclosure, Zhiyun sent this out to me. Is it Zhiyun? Zhiyun? Zhiyun. They sent it out to me for review. They are not paying me a dime to say anything good or bad about this light. So what I did was put it in situations that I use lighting for every single day, whether it be with our video production company, for commercial work, for our podcast here on YouTube. I wanted to put this little thing through its paces to see how effective and useful it actually is because it's kind of small. I want to share my thoughts about some things that I think are great about the X100 and some things that I believe can be improved on. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. Over the past month, I've had the ability to put this light in various different situations, and what I've learned is big power can actually come in small packages, relatively speaking. Where this light has shined, no pun intended, has really been on interior scenes that we're lighting. For example, the short film, The Last Date that you watched in the intro, was lit simply with this attached to a lantern and boomed in overhead, kind of matching it to the window that was in the diner as well as the fluorescents that were around. Had no problem matching to those. I've also used this as a backlight for our podcast. I've also used it to recreate some sunshine for our podcast and shoot it through some frames to kind of create like a window, a faux window. So for interiors, this thing has been absolutely phenomenal. The 100-watt output from this thing has been plenty in those situations. And for a light that's really no bigger than my iPhone, and I actually have my phone right here for comparison, it's barely bigger than my iPhone 11 Pro, which again, for the size, is incredible. This thing is so easy to maneuver. I can throw it on a cheap light stand. I can use any variety of modifiers that I want to, and it's just so nimble and so easy to move around, yet still powerful, which is something that, you know, in today's world of run and gun filmmaking, a lot of people using simple lighting setups, it's really incredible to have a single light that is this small that can be used in a lot of different cases. To actually power the Molus, you do have a few different options. If you want to stay totally wireless and totally mobile, there is an option to buy a separate battery grip for the Molus. Now, at full power, the battery grip will only give you about 20 to 30 minutes in my experience. Aside from that, you can power it via USB-C and a V-mount battery, which is very handy. Disclaimer, I will say this, if you are powering DTAP to USB-C, make sure you have a good cable. The first cable that I bought to go DTAP to USB-C actually would not power it. The light would power on, but it would not actually throw any light. It was just the menu that was on. So make sure you get a good reputable cable if you are going DTAP to USB-C. Aside from that, if you have no problems plugging it in, Zhiyun will actually send out an AC adapter for the light to where you can plug it into a wall, no different than any traditional COB light, and then you'll have unlimited amounts of power. As mentioned previously, the Molus is incredibly versatile. I've been able to use this thing as a key light, hair light, mimicking the sun. I bounced it into muslin and used it as a cove lighting setup. The possibilities are endless because of this thing's small size and ability to be powered via batteries. I think that's one of the game changers with the X100 is you don't have to be plugged into a wall to be able to use it. So it can be very, very mobile whenever you're on set, whenever you are shooting your documentary, whenever you're shooting your birthday party, whatever. The Molus is perfect and it's non-invasive versus a larger COB style light. This thing is non-invasive. Again, it's the size of a cell phone. which is incredible. Another positive for the Molus is the app functionality and Bluetooth control. This comes in especially handy whenever you are lighting this thing up overhead, like we were in the short film. The Zhiyun app is easily connectable. All you do is turn it on, you tell it to find the device, it finds the Molus, and you have full control over the light from power to color temperature. It has a few presets in there that you can use as well. It's been flawless so far in my experience, so I think that's just another plus for the Molus when it comes to the value department. The Molus comes in a variety of configurations for purchase, ranging anywhere from $250 all the way up to $400. Now these do vary as far as what accessories come in the kit. The base kit for $250 will include the light as well as the AC adapter. The middle kit, which is I think $350, includes the AC adapter as well as the side battery grip. And the Pro Kit includes everything. It includes the softbox, the AC adapter, the battery grip, as well as a case. Now, one accessory that I do recommend buying as well is the Bowens mount adapter. That way you can use any light modifier that you want to. The reason I say that is because Zhiyun's mount is their ZY mount, I believe it's called, and it's pretty tiny. Obviously this is not big enough for a Bowens mount, but the cool thing about the Bowens adapter is it takes all of the weight off the light because the adapter has a pole insert itself, which I think is very handy. Again, it unlocks even more potential for this light when it comes to bigger lighting modifiers, bigger lighting setups. In closing, who do I believe that the Molus is for? If you are a documentary filmmaker, a wedding filmmaker, even a commercial filmmaker just looking to downsize your kit, I believe the Molus can be a very powerful tool in your kit. I am going to say this with an asterisk because I don't believe that the Molus is totally powerful enough to compete with daytime exteriors, and I have tested that. I tested it in the lighting situation that was very bright. It was 4 o'clock sun, very little cloud coverage, and the Molus barely raised my levels half a step. So does it work? Yes. Is it going to be as powerful as a 600D? Absolutely not. A 1200D? Absolutely not. Again, this is not a light that you're going to buy to do a high key setup on a daytime noon exterior. Know the limitations of the light and work around those. This is for someone who wants to have the smallest lighting setup possible, but again, still having enough power to help you in most situations. But I want to know your thoughts. What is your favorite piece of small lighting kit? Let me know down in the comments below. I believe that Zhiyun has given us a great option with the Molus X100. Again, for folks that are looking to be quick, versatile, and still have enough power. And I think we're in an exciting time in filmmaking in general because companies are in a race to make things smaller, more affordable, and more powerful. Thanks again to Zhiyun for sending the Molus X100 out, and thanks again to you for watching this video, being a part of this channel. I love growing this community here on YouTube. Y'all have a good one, we'll see you in the next.